Hey everyone, here is a really quick card. Requires no die cuts. It's a really fun card to display. It's super quick and easy. No die cuts are needed. Measures about 6 or 7 by 3. You don't really have the exact measurements, but it's a pretty tiny card. So let's just dive into it and get started. So the first thing we're going to need is our scoreboard. And our first piece is going to be cut at 10.5 by 6. We're going to turn that back on the 10.5-inch side, and we're going to do some scoring. So we're going to score at 1 1/4, 2.5, 4 1/4, 6, and 8 1/4. So you should have those markings. Then we need 3 pieces, and all of these are going to be 4 3/4 in length. So the first piece is going to be 1 1/4 inches. Then you need 1.5, and then a 2-inch piece. And those will be for the inside of the card. All right, so we're done with our scoreboard, so we'll move that out of the way. And we're going to start with a base piece, and we're just going to do all those folds. We're going to just start with the first smaller side and just crease that. And then you're just going to go the opposite direction. So you're going to do a mountain first and then a valley. Again, making sure it's lined up on the edge. And then again, you're going to do a mountain. And then a valley fold. And then the last one will be a mountain fold. And this is a step card, but it's a little bit different. And then just crease out that last one. And you really want to make sure these are really creased so that it's got the weight to stand up when it's displayed. Okay, so that's that part there. And this is the shape that you'll have. Then we are going to put on our pieces on the inside. So I'm just going to stretch this back out, lay it flat. So we're going to start with our smallest piece will be at the bottom. It'll just sit in the center there. It's got that little bit of border around it. And then we'll do the second piece on this and the third piece like that, just so it looks almost like steps. So I grab my glue and I'm going to secure all of these down. And then once I have them all down, I'll go ahead and use my bone folder just to push up that glue. All right, so that is the basic piece of the card. Then we're going to start with the flowers. Now the flowers, what I did is I drew them, layered them, and then cut them out, but I kept the border all around them and I didn't cut them out individually. So I'm just laying this down, making sure I've got it so that it's a little bit raised. And I'm just drawing a pencil mark so I can see where we want to put our glue. No one's going to see the back of that, so it doesn't matter if you see the pencil mark. So I'll put glue on there. Then I'm just going to take this, I'm going to lay it right back down on top of it, just like we had it, and then just glue that down. And then for the next piece, what you want to do is just lay your card flat out like this. So you just got that second tier, and then put your piece on there as you want it. And I've got my flowers going in opposite directions. I've got height and so they go high and low, basically. And again, put glue on this piece. And again, just lay it down. So you could, just lay it down. Let's do that. It makes it easier. Line up that pencil mark. Just like that. Then just go ahead and push that down. So as you can see now, they're a little bit varied in height. And so they'll stand up from each piece of the step. So that's how it'll display once for the first 2 pieces. And then the third piece, again, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. So I've got 2 going in one direction and the third one, just so it gives it just a little bit more height. And again, do the same thing. I'm just going to make sure it's just on there just enough to glue it. And then once I have it, I'm just going to lay this card out, lay it flat, and then again, put my pencil mark. And then we'll just put glue on that pencil mark and then below it. And then lay it down and then secure, oops, missed some glue there. And then just secure that piece down to it on that pencil line. And there you have your 3 little pieces of your step card. Then what we're going to do is I just did a banner and I just did it off of about a 1/2 inch piece of paper, and the length of paper is about 10.5 inches long. I'm just lining this up. I'm going to cut one end flush with the side of the card. And then I'm going to take the other side. I'm not going to cut it flush right now. I'm just going to cut it off just a little bit, just so that I can cut it after it's glued. I'm going to secure this to the bottom of the card. So I want to make sure it's in the middle. And I'm actually going to tuck it underneath those the flower on the end, just enough, just so that holds it. And then just make sure that's all lined up. Now you can go ahead and just cut that extra piece off. I do that just in case I cut it too short for some reason. I just like it moved. I don't want it to be too short, so it's easier if you do it this way. And that is basically the card. That was super quick. I'm going to grab just a couple of gems, and we'll put just 2 on the bottom on each side. I was thinking it might be cute to put them all on the flowers, but I didn't want to do all that. It might actually look cute, but it actually might add a bunch of weight to the card too, so it might be a little bulky. All right, and that is it. That is the card that we made today. Like I said, it was super quick, super easy. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Until next time, happy crafting. See you real soon. Bye-bye.